As part of a self-defense practice, if you think that your martial arts is going to stand up on the street to any kind of self-defense situation, probably best off trying to pressure test it and see what happens. You want to start in a position where you're not going to start thinking about techniques. If you think about techniques, you're going to catch punches before you even know it. So first of all, your partner's going to set up, he's going to grab on. And firstly, you understand that this hand is doing nothing but holding you in position so he can pummel you with that one. Okay? So he's going to start throwing punches and you're just going to cover. Okay? And first see where your defense is. If you're catching punches already, in that situation, then you need to go back to the drawing board because you've got all the time in the world to cover. Do not get clever. So as soon as we're in that position, you're going to see which parts of your martial arts are actually going to be usable. What we need to then start doing, our cover is our kind of fundamental basic. So you have to be able to take shots and you have to be willing to get hit. Okay, this is something that I try to tell people that I train with all the time. You must be willing to take a hit. You are never going to get out scot-free. So it doesn't matter what system of martial arts you do, please make sure that your guard is nice and close and tight so it's not going to let punches in. We're then going to take a look at head movement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my guard. Mikesh is going to throw punches at me, probably at about kind of 30% speed, but he must be able to connect with my face. This is very important. This gives you a kind of a realistic threat that you get to deal with. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my feet planted because if I can move my head, then it's also going to create some more movement for when I can actually move my feet. So from here, he's going to throw the punches. The next stage is you're going to move your feet. So as soon as the punches are coming in, I'm just moving and tracking the range. And this is still very, very simple and basic because Mikesh has a nice big glove on and he's not working very hard. So if at any stage you are panicking, taking the punches from a gloved hand at half speed, your martial arts skills are not good enough for self-defense. This is where you start getting into the kind of sparring thing, but you must be comfortable with your partner having gloves and you having nothing. So if you can defend yourself, and that means not taking too many hits, I'm not saying you're not going to take any, but not taking too many, your partner is just going to do some light boxing. If this worries you, again, your confidence is not good enough to take it to the street. Okay, so please don't think that you're going to go out and save lives because this is very, very basic. This is so easy that if this isn't happening for you, you need to practice this. Okay, so we're going to stay in a nice tight space. I don't want to be running around all over the place because I need to get confident taking hits. He's going to throw his punches. And he's going to work combinations, getting used to hitting people. And like I said, building up your confidence, taking punches and knowing what it's like to be hit. This is very, very soft. So imagine it with like bare knuckles with a much harder punch. You're going to be in real trouble. This is where we would start before we start introducing any type of self-defense techniques or any kind of strategy, just making sure that the feet are moving, the head's moving, and the guard is nice and tight.